Good afternoon, guys. It is a beautiful day down here in the compost area. So we've been back for a couple weeks, and we're gone for a couple weeks. And right before we left, I planted lettuce seedlings into some high-end bag compost, and then into our 18-day-old compost, basically made up of coffee grounds, lawn mowed, mulched leaves, ferns, and some other random stuff I found on the street. So I just wanted to see what would happen. So here is what we've got after about a month of growth, and temperatures have not been great, but good, probably good for lettuce. So bag compost, looking pretty good. Everything's healthy. Roots are coming out of the bottom, so that is nice. And then my 18-day-old compost, not quite as much growth. Like, as you can see, it hasn't died, so I'm happy about that. And there's a little bit of root coming out of the bottom, but obviously 18 days, pushing it a little bit hard. But again, stoked that it didn't die. And yeah, that it grew maybe half an inch. So yeah, some good lessons learned. Obviously 18 days is a little bit quick for compost. I think the very high temperature that it stayed at as I was flipping it probably burnt off a bit of the nitrogen. And yeah, I mean, there just wasn't a lot of great material that went into it. It was old spent leaves and ferns, basically, that I ran over the lawnmower. So as I've been reading, if you put poor materials in, you normally get poor materials out. So what I'm excited about, though, today is that this 18-day compost that I used for the trial is now about six and a half weeks old, and I've got this other one that's about almost 8 weeks old now. So this one I'm not going to do much with, but this one I want to go ahead and actually start maybe recomposting it and recooking it. So over here I have about, I don't know, maybe a half or a third of a yard of 5-month-old compost, or sorry, horse manure that we used as a basically a hotbed to start and germinate a lot of our seeds. So this is really nice material. In here, it's well kind of broken down. I mixed sawdust and coffee grounds in with it, so I'm going to use that to amend this compost. And then I've actually got a ton of grass clippings from our neighbors, so I'm going to put that into the compost and just start kind of the process going again, and see what it does. So without further ado, I'm going to start flipping and getting the stuff in there, and then we'll see where we're at and how much of what I added at the end. So anyways, hopefully you guys are having a great day, and I'll be back in a bit. Awesome. All right, got her done. Got both piles flipped over. I forgot to mention though, before I flipped them, the temps were just 75, 80 Fahrenheit, somewhere in there. So they were basically kind of just coming straight down to ambient temperature. So that one, like I said, lasagnaed it with compost, half-finished compost, grass clippings, and then horse manure that was full of red wigglers. So I'm super stoked to see what happened there. And then on this one, I was just gonna straight flip it. That's the about 7-week-old one that I added the bokashi fuller thistle stew to, and I just couldn't resist. So I also added 3 pails of red wigglers, probably 30-liter pails, 40-liter pails. One on the bottom, one in the middle, and then one close to the top, just to see if those things kind of go out and do their thing. So yeah, super excited. Love to hear what you guys think. Good, bad, ugly. Don't hold back. We love the comments. We learn. So yeah, so this one is, I'm anticipating that one will sit for probably a couple months now. By sitting, I mean I'll just I won't use it out in the garden. I'm still gonna flip it because I want to see what's going on in there and see if the temperatures come up. And then this one is pretty much sifted and used in, I would say, a couple 3 weeks, and we'll trial it against some more trials against some bag compost. So yeah, it'll be interesting. Again, let us know what you think, if you think it's gonna work, or you know what your thoughts were about the compost trial, or yeah, the lettuce trial in the 18-day-old compost. Some would say it failed. Nuh-uh, it didn't die. Yeah, and I think I learned a few things, but you know, I'd rather hear it from you guys first and then try to come up with my own thoughts on it. So again, thank you very much. There was one secret weapon added to that one over there. Some of you guys will know what that is, and we'll see how it does in, you know, a week or two. Probably way shorter than that, but yeah, awesome guys. Honey, hands are very clean because that was pretty gross, but stay awesome.